Welcome to Tequila Army. General Agave coming back to you today. I'm joined by Seth here today. Seth is going to join us. We're doing a blind tasting. Today we're going to be tasting Clase Azul Reposado, Teremana Reposado, as well as Altos Reposado, and a mystery guest here. We're going to see if we're able to figure out which one it may be of the four that we're going to taste. Because this is a blind tasting, neither of us have any clue what's in these glasses. We got 4 pours here. They've all been labeled with colored dots. The bottom of the bottles behind us and in this box have also been labeled, and they were brought to us this way. So we really have no clue what's going on.
Flying blind.
Outstanding. Yep. So let me start by go ahead and taking advantage of these nice rocks glasses that were a gift, and the wife's Tivana here. And let's make sure we have some water so that we can clear our palates if we need to along this journey.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm really excited to have Seth join us today. Seth is into tequila, but he's kind of new into that tequila game.
Yeah.
So tell us about your experience with tequila before we get started.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm a tequila expert, but I'd say I'm an avid consumer. So I don't know the scientific formulas behind it or any of the history, but I like to drink tequila, so I'm excited to be here with the Tequila Army to try some new ones today.
Well, outstanding, Seth. We are excited to have you here. I'm really excited to do this. These tastings can always be a lot of fun, so hopefully you guys out there in the Army like it as well. If you do, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button too, so you're the first to see some of these videos as we put them out. And don't be afraid to drop your comments below, especially about these 3 that you know of, and the 4th mystery coming up that might really, really surprise you. So, I mean, looking at these already, Seth, we're seeing a big difference in color here,
absolutely, aren't we? Absolutely. We got some darkers, we got some more clear, and I'm assuming that'll impact the flavor, but we'll find out.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm really shocked with how clear some of these are. And we're going to get into those details of each of these products as well once we go through. And once we kind of better understand which one it is. But yeah, I mean, there is definitely a big difference in color between all 4 of these.
Absolutely.
And you know, a lot of that can have a lot to do with the aging amount of time in the barrel, what kind of barrel they're using.
So I've been told. Yeah.
Absolutely. So yeah, I mean, with that, let's go ahead and
let's get to it.
Yeah, do we want to figure out which color? We want to start with smelling maybe the green. We'll do some nosings first on the green.
Now, I'm used to doing shots of tequila, so it's going to be a change of pace just to sip it.
And like we always say for the Tequila Army, it's not about how you drink your tequila, right? It's about how you enjoy your tequila.
Exactly.
Choose the way you enjoy it the most and drink it that way. We just encourage you to continue to try new tequilas in that method. So yeah, I've been there. I used to be the salt and lime guy, drinking my mixtos, but I've transitioned to a lot of that sipping now. So let's see what we got here. What do you think of that?
Well, that's definitely tequila.
That is for certain. There's kind of a light pepperiness to it.
That's what yeah.
There's definitely some agave on the nose there, some cooked agave.
You know, you're the expert, but I think I'm picking up on that as well. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna take a sip here.
Oh, look at you! You can't even wait. I like it. Well, I'll give it a try too then.
Well, it's pretty good. It's got some heat to it.
Yeah, there's definitely some warmth and some peppery warmth to that.
Yep.
It's not too rough though. Pretty smooth on the palate.
Pretty smooth. It gets a little rough the further it gets back in your throat right before you swallow it.
That makes sense. The back end of the palate.
Yeah. But overall mouthfeel, I'd say, is pretty good.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's got an oily mouthfeel to it. It coats the tongue pretty nicely. A little burn, some pepperiness to it.
Got some good warmth.
Yeah, there's definitely some of that cooked agave coming through though.
I agree.
All right. Do we want to move on to yellow here?
Cooked agave. I assume the agave is always cooked.
It is. Okay. When you're making tequila, it always cooks.
Yeah, okay.
But, you know, when it comes to flavor, you know, there can be that rawness,
right.
that real earthiness, or that baked, rich, cooked agave flavor that comes through. Whether it's, you know, more vegetable or not.
Whether they do it the old school style in the brick.
There you go.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, which absolutely, right? So we're talking today, when we're talking about Clase Azul, we're talking about Altos and Teremana. These are all actually brick oven.
Oh, okay. All right.
So yeah, they're all slow cooked in those brick ovens. They do use
It's a more
different methods,
traditional.
though.
It's a more traditional method, you'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. Instead of using autoclaves, right? Autoclaves are like pressurized
Yep.
cooking, big aluminum tubes that do this pressurized cooking that allow them to mass produce tequila fast. When it comes to actually processing the agaves, the cooked agaves, to extract all of those juices, there are different methods here. Believe it or not, when we're talking about the Clase Azul and the Teremana, they're actually using roller mills to kind of extract the fiber from that and concentrate down the juices before fermentation. But the cheapest of those three, the Altos, is actually using the old Tajon. Right, so they've got this giant lava rock wheel that's actually normally pulled by a donkey or a burro or a horse.
A burro,
And that's what's grinding it up. It's a lot slower process. So believe it or not, even though it's the lower price point of those three, coming in at about $25
pretty reasonable.
a bottle. Yeah, absolutely, very reasonable. Compared to Teremana coming in about $35 a bottle. That's also the bottle that is owned by The Rock, Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne, yep.
And then Clase Azul, the whole nother level there. We're talking about $140 a bottle here in the Midwest for the Clase Azul. So big
expensive
price
taste,
yeah. So all right, let's give a smell there on
yellow.
Yellow, yeah, we're on yellow.
It's like a that one hits you pretty good. That's like a caramely, something's very sweet. It's almost like a. I can't put my finger on what it's reminding me of, but it smells extremely sweet. Like a syrup of some kind.
Yeah, like a butterscotch.
Yeah,
or
like butterscotch.
Vanilla.
That's exactly what it is.
Almost like a little yellow cake or white cake in there.
Yeah. Like a dessert. It's like a good dessert tequila here.
I mean, absolutely.
Having not tasted it yet.
Smell the previous one next to it. I mean, it's it's day and night. It's like it's not even the same spirit.
Yeah,
right?
really. I actually wouldn't even. If I didn't know we were drinking tequila, I don't know if I'd be able to pinpoint that this is tequila just off the nose.
I agree, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty confident I know which one that is just based off of the smell.
Let's give it a taste. It tastes just as sweet as it smells.
Yes. Yeah. There is a hint of that cooked agave in the back end. It's not coming through as strong. To me, the real strong flavor.
The brick oven agave.
There you go. The real strong flavor coming through to me is really that vanilla, that caramel, that butterscotch, a little bit of oakiness. But
yeah, I can't get over this. Just the sweetness of the smell. It's kind of dominating my nose at this point.
Absolutely.
It's got a good flavor though. That is an easy sipper. I think if you were to give that to somebody who said they didn't like tequila, they would probably like it.
I couldn't agree with you more. But that's interesting, right? Because we've got a wild card in the mix here where we do not know what it is.
Yeah.
And is that difference in that sweetness
I don't know.
artificial? We'll see.
We'll find out. Yeah, I don't know that. I like that one. I like that one a lot. So far, the two I've tried, it's my favorite.
There we go. Yeah, well, I feel you on that. So now let's go on to the pink.
I'm not getting a whole lot off the nose on this.
Very mellow. Yep, very mellow.
I'm gonna need another sip. It's gonna be hard to go, I think, from the sweeter one I just had.
Yeah, real kind of. I'm getting a little bit of an alcohol on the nose on this one that I haven't gotten on the other ones.
I'm shocked. Yeah.
The menthol aroma, right?
Ooh. I try not to judge it for two tastes here, so.
It smells very similar to the first, I think.
Oh. I'll be honest with you, I do not like the flavor of that. If this is the Teremana,
the rock's coming.
Yeah, you're in trouble. So.
I'll be honest. If I smell the first, if you smell green again. And then we go with the nose on pink. It's like a very, very faint version of green. Like green, really, that agave comes through, but it's very, very faint.
Going back to your alcohol comment, that's what you get, though. When you're smelling this, to me, it just smells like alcohol. I don't get any other notes of anything coming through, and I do not care for the taste.
Yeah. I'm not... I'm not going to argue with that. This is...
It tastes... I don't want to say bad.
It just doesn't taste
Just
right.
doesn't taste right, yeah.
It just doesn't taste right. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Agreed. And I think following that previous glass,
That's
there's
a
such a huge contrast. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try green and pink side by side. But I want to get some of that off my tongue. Here.
Or did you do green first? All right.
I did. I went green first. There's still some sweetness there in green. A little oakiness.
Oof. That made it worse. I'm shelving pink.
I'm kind of with you on that. I think I'm going to be surprised if pink is not what I think it is.
Yeah.
To let the secret out of the bag, guys, I know what's in this box.
I do not.
I don't know which one it is. Seth does not know what's in this box. So I'll save that until we unveil here. And who knows, maybe we're going to find out that this is our favorite, but I'm kind of going to be surprised.
Yeah, time will tell.
Oh, wow, that is hard to get off the tongue.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm going to need a refill of water there.
Yeah, that is surprisingly difficult to get off the tongue, which, if it tasted good, that would not be a bad thing.
But it does not taste good. I'm very interested to see which one this is because not a fan.
All right, so now we are on to orange.
All right. I'm not sure what I'm getting on that.
Light fruitiness, maybe? A little pear? Your favorite fruit?
Yeah, my favorite fruit. Yeah. My least favorite fruit, for the record. All right, I'm going in.
For those of you who don't know, out there in the Tequila Army, Seth is actually an organic apple farmer.
Yes,
so that's
apples.
That's why I give him trouble about the pear thing, right?
Yeah, if we're getting some notes of apples, I'd be thrilled. See, now we're getting back to an actual good tequila flavor.
Yeah, I think
comparatively
have
to pink.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm going to have a hard time figuring out which one pink and green is.
Yeah. I like this significantly better than I like pink.
And by the way, I meant orange and green, guys. Pink, I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Oof.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to go back to yellow. I think yellow. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yellow is good. Yellow, I like yellow.
The noses on green and orange are very similar.
Yeah.
But there's a little more fruitiness coming out of orange, I think.
Yeah, definitely a little bit more fruitiness.
And I'm going to be honest with you guys in the Army. I have not had the Altos Reposado previously to this. So I know one of these, it's lingering in there. All the other ones I have had previously, but I've not had the Altos Reposado. I've had the Blanco, really actually enjoyed the Blanco. So I'm actually struggling here.
This is a tough lineup, I think, in part because yellow here has such a strong sweetness to it. It really, I think, changes the dynamic of the whole tasting experience because, for me anyway, it's a little easier to drink, and it kind of throws me off because this is so sweet and so easy to drink. And then pink, we don't like pink at all. And the other ones, it just changes it.
Look at the color difference. So green is a little darker than orange, and you're probably not able to see that on the camera from this distance. Apologize for that. But
just ever so slightly.
Well, now we got which one? Let's put them in the order of what we like the best.
Best to worst.
Best to worst. Best being
in our opinion, our humble opinions.
Correct. Best on the inside. So.
All right.
For me, yeah, I'm going. Well, we'll share that in a second. Let's figure it out. I'm torn between green and orange. I think the nose is better on orange.
I got it. Got my lineup. I'm confident. I'll do another taste of yellow here, just because I like yellow. That is an easy sipper. So smooth.
Without a doubt.
So smooth.
Without a doubt. So, what was your number one?
Yeah, yellow.
Yellow, yeah, I don't think there's any surprise there.
Yep.
Yellow was also my number one.
Yep.
What was your number two?
Green.
Well, we might be in complete agreement here. So I've got green in 2 slot as well, and it was tough for me between green and orange here. And I think, don't get me, I could be completely wrong here, but I think we're dealing with Teremana versus Altos, and I'm not sure which is which. And for a $10 price difference, if that holds true,
yeah,
then I would definitely buy the cheaper version of the two, to be honest. There's
absolutely.
not that big of a difference between the two in that flavor profile.
If that's correct.
If it holds true.
If that's correct,
It could turn out that it's our mystery mixto, non-reposado, and I'm just now letting that out of the bag.
Yeah,
the mystery
that's new
in the box
information to me.
is not a reposado. It is a mixto. It is not 100% agave.
Wow. So I'm guessing, I'm just going to go ahead and guess that that's what yellow is. I'm just going to throw it out there because,
And what's interesting about that is the mixto isn't aged either. So all of these are aged except for the mixto, in which caramel coloring is added to give it that hue.
I'm getting even more confident by the minute.
You're starting to think our favorite is the cheap bottle. Yep. Believe it or not, this mixto retails for $10 to $12.
Oh,
whatever's
wow.
in here. So we'll see.
This could be very interesting.
I'm on the other side of the spectrum. I'm thinking that pink here is actually our mixto, and that's why it was.
That would make
absolutely
sense
hideous.
for why it is so bad. But I mean, you said the difference. What was you said this is not a.
It's not 100% agave. It's not
right.
a reposado that's been aged in those oak barrels.
And yellow tastes so much different than the other 3 drinks we have here. That's why I'm leaning that way. Is it accurate? Time will tell.
I agree. So so let's actually make that guess now. Let's.
Well, you had yellow, green, orange, pink. All right, so we're
same order,
same exact order.
Absolute same order. So we like them in the exact same order.
Yeah.
Now let's guess what they are. Now it's an unfair advantage here, as you guys know in the Army.
Right.
I do these videos,
Yeah.
right?
I'm just giving it my best shot.
So I got the unfair advantage here. So let's go with yellow. What do you think yellow is, Seth?
I think yellow is our mystery.
You think yellow is our mystery?
Yeah.
I think yellow is a clear one to me. This is actually my favorite, one of my favorite tequilas to drink as a dessert. It's a conversation piece of a bottle as well. I am 100% certain this is Clase Azul Reposado.
Well, that would make sense on price point because Clase Azul, if it goes for around $140 a bottle, the flavor on that, phenomenal. So maybe, I don't know, my confidence might be waning in my choice, but I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I like that about you, Seth. So now let's go to green. What do you think green is?
Green, I'm going to say, I think green is the Altos.
You think green is the Altos?
Yeah, I do.
You know, man, I am torn. I think you're
right.
I
like the green. And Altos, of these 3 that I know that we're tasting, Altos is the one that I've had before. And there is some familiarity in that flavor. So I think green. I'm going green as Altos.
I think you're right.
Locking
on that.
it in.
if we talk about how long these things are aged, we definitely see the darkness here in the Clase Azul, which is aged 8 months. When we look at the Altos, we're talking 8 to 10 months of aging. It's a little bit darker than the Teremana, and they do not actually tell you how long that Teremana has been aged.
It's a well-kept secret.
So that, just looking at the color here, is really why I'm thinking you're correct. And I'm thinking this is the Altos, which is the cheaper of the 2.
Which is the green, we think. I think.
Right. I'm with you on that, Seth. I do. I think that's the Altos, and I hadn't had that previously. When it comes to the orange, then I think we're both in agreement. We think this is Teremana, which means the rock is coming for us.
Right.
So, Dwayne, there's 2 of us. And we make up the size of one of your biceps.
Yeah.
that's
not even close. So then we're left with pink,
which you think is the Clase Azul.
I guess I have to. I've put myself into that corner of thinking that the $140 bottle is the worst tasting drink on this table, but price isn't everything, so it could very well be true.
Agreed, but you have locked yourself in on that.
I have locked myself in,
And I think pink is our mystery here. So now we both were in agreement to Clase Azul is the yellow. So let's go ahead and grab that bottle and let's see what's labeled on the bottom, Seth. You tell me, what is it?
Yellow.
It is yellow, so I definitely nailed
You got that one.
Clase Azul. This was our favorite, hands down.
Incredible. Is this the bottle that it comes in?
That is the bottle.
Wow.
Yeah, this bottle is actually, it takes 11 days for them to make this bottle. Each individual bottle, they're clay pots that are then hand painted by indigenous natives to Mexico who actually take that time to make this bottle.
Incredible.
Yeah, it is absolutely fabulous.
Wow.
It's a conversation piece. To me, the price of the tequila itself, part of that is wrapped up in just the beauty of this bottle, and their entire line is the same way. It's a conversation piece.
Absolutely.
When you walk into someone's house and you see that bottle,
I thought when I saw this, I thought this was just some kind of home bottle you had just maybe put it into. I didn't realize that's how it came. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's absolutely it's phenomenal. It's gorgeous,
and the drink, incredible. Best tequila I've ever had.
Well, I'll be darned. So now we're on the green.
Yeah, now
we both think green is the Altos.
That's right.
And this is where The Rock is either going to love or hate us, right? So I'm going to go ahead and grab that Altos here, and we're going to see what color is on the bottom
green.
of the Altos. It
All right.
is the green. Wow.
Got it.
I'm 2 for 2 at this point.
Yeah, well, I'm one and one. Not bad.
So the Altos, yes. So when it comes to the Altos, again, I think it was the aging that gave it away to me.
Yeah.
It wasn't the flavor profile. The flavors are very similar, I thought.
No matter what happens here, though, The Rock is in trouble because you know he's have the third ranked tequila out of our 4 here.
But in all
or
fairness,
maybe the 4th.
In all fairness, I would say 3 out of this 4 I would drink any day of the week. To be honest with you.
Maybe multiple days of the week. Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. That's more realistic. It's more realistic. Probably drinking it multiple days of the week.
Yep.
But yeah, that was my first time having the Altos Reposado, and it's interesting. There is a little bit more complexity, I think, in it. If I go back and taste it again.
Yeah, this is good. This is good. And I have had this one before.
Yeah, it's a little richer, I think.
It's very good.
I actually like the nose of the Teremana better. But
or do we know yet? We assume it is the Teremana.
Well, correct. We don't know yet.
We
don't know yet.
Yeah.
So let's actually place these back, and let's grab the Teremana.
This is really, it's coming down.
And this is dangerous levels here, right?
Yeah.
So I had Teremana in our orange.
Yes, same.
What color we got
orange,
there, Seth?
all right.
Orange.
Thank God. Yeah.
Dodged a bullet there.
That could have been bad.
The Rock may still come after us for finishing third, but
yeah.
All in all, honestly, really, really solid tequila.
Yeah, agreed.
Like,
it's a good tequila. It wouldn't, for the price point, you know, for $25 you can get the Altos, great tequila. Jump up $10 to the Teremana, pretty good. If I was taking a bottle of tequila over someplace, I'd probably get the Altos. It's just as good, if not a little bit better, and a lower price point.
You know, that second sip of that Teremana, did you get a little like black licorice on the back?
A little bit.
That was the first time I got that.
You know, every sip it gets a little bit better. That's kind of how tequila works.
You know what? And the fact that it encounters the air over time will also change that flavor profile. So
this is a good tequila. My first time having it.
It's gluten free. Did you see that on the bottle?
Yeah, gluten free, just like all other tequilas.
Yeah, if you're making your tequila with wheat, you've got a problem.
Yeah, you're in way over your head.
Something's definitely gone awry in that process.
Awry.
Nice. All right, so
good
that
tequila.
means that
our mystery is All right, holds up.
Yeah.
I could not have been more wrong about our mystery because I thought our mystery was our best one. Turns out it's our worst one.
Yep. Do you have any guesses on what this bottle might be, Seth?
No clue. But I'm guessing. I don't know. I have no clue. I'm trying to picture the tequila shelf in Kroger.
There you go.
And
look low.
Maybe it's
look real low.
It could be El Toro. Could be El Toro. That's pretty rough stuff. I've had it many times though. Could be El Toro, very bad. Also could be it's another very bottom shelf. I can't remember. It's like some generic label. I'm not even sure if it's tequila. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have ever just ordered well tequila at your local bar,
it's what I'm talking about. Even though I can't. I
think like Montezuma maybe.
Yeah.
But odds are you may have seen this sombrero.
Hey! First guess. All right.
First guess. You got it. It's the El Toro Gold.
Wow.
Yeah.
Say what you will about El Toro, but does come with a hat.
It does absolutely come with the hat.
So-
As a matter of fact, it is one of the favorite bottles of my children when they see it on the shelf because of the
It's a
sombrero
hat, that's right.
But
The,
they're not out there enjoying tequila,
Of course
right?
not. Of course not.
So-
El Toro, yeah. This I've used this many times for mixed drinks simply because it's the cheapest, pretty much the cheapest tequila you can get. If you're trying to, crowd pleaser, trying to make some margaritas, that's a very cheap option.
Yeah, you know what? If you're on a budget and you're looking to put together some mixed drinks, I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't remember it being this bad the last time I had it, but I think also didn't have it in a lineup of some very high quality tequilas.
Agreed. And you were open up front and you said, I oftentimes drink it as a shot.
Yep.
Maybe
With
that's
some
salt and
and some
that
lime.
right?
Yeah.
So if you're doing that, or if you're making some margaritas, El Toro might be
It's
the
not
way
a bad
to go.
mixer. It's not a bad mixer, especially a sweet drink like a margarita. The flavor kind of gets lost, and you're basically just in it for the alcohol, and it gets the job done.
Sure. Yeah. So it's all about how you drink your tequila, right? How do you like to drink your tequila? So, and if you're on a budget, you can't. Not everybody out there can go out and buy
Right.
a bottle of Clase Azul
Yep.
on the regular, right?
Yep.
So if you're looking for something throwing those margaritas, you're on a budget. The El Toro, in
Go for it.
comparison to all of these, and in all fairness,
Yep.
it's not even truly in the same category
Right.
because
It-
it's a
it-
mixto with no aging versus all these Reposados.
Yeah.
But the reality there is, if you're looking for something to throw
Right.
in a margarita and you're on a budget,
And I mean,
Go for it.
obviously, we both called it kind of out of the gate as the worst of the four, but we did give it time. We thought about it. So it held up for a little while against some really, really good tequilas.
yeah, no, it didn't. That was
Just
the moment
ever
I
so
tasted it.
slightly. Ever so slightly. Tried to give it a little bit of a time of day.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy that I called what it was after the fact. I obviously was way off to begin with, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And
There you go.
finished
And this finishes horribly.
horribly.
On the palate.
Yeah, it actually that starts on the palate way better than it finishes.
Yeah.
But we'll go ahead and polish that off.
Yeah, with that, we're going back to that Clase Azul. Is that what just happened right
Well,
there?
I got just a bit left there.
Mm.
Clase Azul, I didn't pay for it, but worth every penny.
Well, outstanding, Seth. Thank you so much for joining us today
Happy
for
to be
this
here.
blind review. This was a lot of fun.
Yep, absolutely.
Hopefully, we're going to see a lot more of these together in
Definitely,
the future. Do some
definitely.
of these. Maybe we'll do some Blancos, some Añejos, some Ultra Añejos
Yep.
as well. And who knows, maybe we'll do like a rot gut challenge of some of these mixtos that are bottom shelf and see if we can figure out which one of those.
That would be fun, yeah.
So, all right, Tequila Army, this is General Agave and Seth signing
Thank
off.
you, guys.
Going out, try yourself some tequila. Make sure you drop in the comments what you think about all of these, and tell me about your experiences with El Toro.
Yeah, have you ever
Gold.
had a good experience with El Toro? We want to know, so let us know in the comments.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.